Hi, in this video I want to go through some programming theory, part 1 revision. I think it's a nice time to kind of have a break at programming and just go through some things in depth. There may or may not be things that I've covered, but I'll cover it in this video. Alright, so I plan to go through a few things. So I've got a space ready. I want to go through variables. Again, just to revise how we create them, how they work. I also want to go through the random, the math.random function, how we use that to generate random numbers. I want to go into a little bit more I want to go further in the if-else statement. Previously, I may have just covered how to write the if statement, but I want to go in depth as to how this thing actually works. And I also want to go through the for loop and a while loop. Alright, so now with variables, you can create your own variables and you give it any name you like. And generally we use it to control things like a rectangle size. And you start by going var rect, and sometimes I write size like that, but because this language is case sensitive, I prefer to write with a capital S. And then you assign it some value. So the size could be 10 and semicolon. Alright. There's things you can do to variables. You can increment variables. You can go rect size plus 1. And let me just do a fill size. Then we go text rect size. Let's just chuck it out in the right in the middle. There you go. So there's it started off 10 and I added 1 to it, so now it's 11. And I like the font size, so I might go text size 20, just make it a bit bigger, even better. 50. There you go. All right, so okay, so that's one thing. You can't have spaces in variable names. Now, what does this mean? It means, try to understand, this equals doesn't mean equals. It actually means whatever's on this side, which is the value 10, store it into this variable or this memory space. So this equal actually means to store, and there's only in this language it stores in the left direction. It's store whatever's on the right to the left. So just try to remember that. Here, what this means is whatever's inside rect size, which is 10 at this moment, or by the time you get here, this line 3, add 1 to it and store it back into rect size. So take the 10 out, add 1 to it, and then store that 11 into rect size. And that's why it's 11 now. All right, so that's something important that you need to know. As you can increment or decrement. So I put a minus, and now 10 minus 1 is 9. And you can also you can also do all kinds of operations such as multiply and divide. So I can multiply by 2, which is a star, which is shift 8, or divide, which is a / by 2. All right, so there's some of the operations you can do, mathematical operations you can do. Now let's consider a sequence. So what I'll do is I'll consider a sequence. I'll go var a equals to say 4 or 3, and then var a equals 4. And what I'll do is I'll go a equals b, then b equals a, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what's inside a and b. And then what we'll do is we'll show what inside a. I'll put that at say 100. 10, 100. I need to go A is and B is, and I'll show what's inside B. And I'll put that at also 10, but a little bit below, so about 130, maybe 50. That should be B. All right. All right. So you can see here. So let's just show you what's happening. So right now, I'll get rid of this 5. Don't need it anymore. All right. So right now, A equals 3, A equals 3, B equals 4. I'm going to go var A. I'm going to go then A equals B, and now you notice that B, whatever's in B goes into A, and then I'm going to go A, B equals A, and then whatever's in A goes into B. But since they're both the same, by the end of these 4 lines of code, both A and B has 4 in it. So you can use this little space to test whatever's in what. So if there's a sequence of code that you're unsure of, you can just write the sequence out and then just see what's in, and then it will show you what's in, what the final result is. I could knock A by 1, knock it down by 1, and then I could double B. And you see it's A. And what I'll do is I'll go B equals A plus B now. So by the end of it, B is 11, A is 3. I dropped A by 1, doubled B, then added A to B. So you can see that.